Avraham himself, if we want to look at the person Avraham and the time that he lived, he interestingly represents a period change in the totality of the time in this that we have in this world, where his arrival into the story of life and creation represents the dawn of a new era. And I chose that word particularly because 2,000 years until Avraham arrived in the world were called years of darkness and bewilderment, emptiness. It was really, Kabbalistically speaking, a mess. That's a very deep Kabbalistic word. M-E-S-S is the gematria of, I have no idea. But basically, until Avraham came into the world was a really, really place of a lot of darkness. And Avraham represents the idea of the awakening of the dawn, a new era, and the light of Torah. And when we count the years of Torah, so the next 2,000 years of creation, from the year 2000 roughly till the year 4000, are years of Torah, the years of the idea of spreading this light of Torah. And the last 2,000 years are defined in this Ma'amar Chazal as the years of Yemot HaMashiach. Okay, and that's what we have. That's how we divide the 6,000 years. Specifically, when is the shift noted? It's noted on a pasuk in Avraham's story. It mentions that Avram and Sarah were mekarev many people to believe in God and to live a life that was connected with Hashem. When Avram and Sarah succeeded in doing that in a major way, and the verse says that the soul they made in Charan, Charan is a word that's related with anger. It really points to the negativity of this world, the wicked of the world, the people that are going against Hashem. And they went to Charan even, where people had nothing to do with Hashem. They were too busy, or they were even worshiping idols. They went to Charan and they made a soul, the singular soul that they made in Charan. That's where Torah begins. Why? Because ultimately the light of Torah is meant to light up the world, not just to be yours. And when Avraham began teaching Torah to the masses, and not only just teaching them ideas, we have universities that speak about great ideas. You can even learn Kabbalah in university. Rabbi Janet, I believe. Or Rabbinit, whatever you, anyway, it doesn't, it's like, whatever it is. I don't advise going to Janet. I just made up a name. The person, I'm not picturing anybody because there is no Janet, but when you learn Kabbalah, obviously it's not in the university, it's the place to go. You have to be very careful we want real Kabbalah. Okay, but that's another discussion. So when Avraham and Sarah began to teach the people, that's when the years of Torah begin, because Torah is not a private property. Torah belongs to the world, and it is the cure for the world. And when they began teaching, that's Torah. And it was, the pasuk in the verse says that the soul they made in Charan. Unbelievable. They went to a dark place, a place full of evil people, and they began spreading that light of goodness. So that's the light. That's the light of the dawn, because what we're seeing here is when you have light and the revelation of light that conquers and eradicates the darkness. There's an expression in Chazal that a little bit of light, a drop of light, can push away a lot of darkness. One small drop of light pushes away darkness. There's a saying, even from a secular person, I believe, Martin Luther King talks about, you cannot get rid of darkness with darkness. Only light can get rid of darkness, something along those lines. And he was, obviously he was a biblical type of man, so he learned ideas from the Bible and he was mechavan to this, which is a Torah concept. Light is what's going to vanish the darkness. So let's take a look at this. I think it's a beautiful visualization of this. Let's look at how this works. If you go out early enough, or if you stay out late enough, which I can relate to, staying out very late, because nighttime is a time to meditate, have a few l'chaims, with your chavrusa, with a rabbi, go to a farbrengen, and you drink and you get inspired. You get so inspired, you just want Hashem. You just want to get more alive. You want to live life. And so what do? So everyone's sleeping and you're awake. That's actually the story of Avraham as well. Everyone was sleeping in his time and place, and he was awake because he knew Hashem, he found Hashem. So what do you do when everyone is sleeping and you're awake? You can't make a party. You go out and you talk to Hashem. You connect with Hashem. And if it's still dark, so what do? I used to live on the ocean. So you go to the beach. It's beautiful. Beautiful black horizon. And if you position yourself in the right way, so it's all black. And then as you're out there meditating, praying, talking, thinking, so all of a sudden one side starts to get lighter. Lighter and lighter and lighter. It starts very little, and then slowly, slowly. So at a certain point, it would be a beautiful picture. Is you have mamash from the middle going this way. It's black to blue to lighter blue to day, and if you look that way, it just gets darker, 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 and it's night. So what's happening in this scene? So imagine the definition of the beginning of a new dawn, of a new day. The day when Mashiach will one day be here is that first ray, the first droplet of light that pierces the horizon and becomes something that affects our world. What we could see, one drop of light begins a process of transforming the darkness to light and the night into a new day. And as that process continues, we see slowly, slowly, the night is conquered. And that's Avraham Avinu. That's Shachrit. That's the dawn. Avraham brings in the dawn of Torah, and he started what's going to end with Mashiach. And when Mashiach comes, there'll be no more night, it'll be only day. We're going to live forever in this beautiful light of day with Hashem. So, interestingly enough, in Chassidic thought, there's a well-known book, it's a Breslev book called Likutei Halachot. It takes a lot of Jewish law, and it expresses them and explains them in a more of an ideological, mystical way. And it's funny because when he speaks about, there's a very famous Torah that Rabbi Nachman, the first Breslev rabbi, wrote, called Nukudot Tovot. It's the idea of finding the sparks of light within a person, even the darkest of people, even the biggest wicked person has in him some good. And if you can find that little first drop of light, then you can find another and another. And you can transform the Rasha into a good person because you find so much good that you overlooked. And so when Rabbi Natan, the student of Rabbi Nachman, was organizing his book of Likutei Halachot, taking all of the ideas that he learned in Chassidut, in Jewish mysticism, when he was combining that together with Jewish law, so he took the lesson, it's one of the very well-known lessons of Breslev, of finding the drops of light, the Nukudot Tovot, within a person, even a wicked person. He connected that idea with the law of dawn, with the idea of waking up in the morning, and the idea of dawn coming, and the idea of a new day starting. So I see an interesting connection, because a person is called a small world. Just like the process of dawn, in the big sense, in the global sense, is the idea of transforming a dark night into a beautiful new day. Personally, within, finding the good within you and within others is also a process of dawn. It's a process of transforming the night and the darkness into light and goodness within a person. And that's the connection, and it's a beautiful connection. And that's Avraham. Avraham also, how did he bring wicked people closer to Hashem? I do not believe he looked at them as worthless, useless, wicked people that Yamach Shemam, Hashem should send a ball of light from heaven and kill them, or they should burn in hell forever. I doubt that was Avraham's mindset and Avraham's way that he went about drawing them close to him. I believe Avraham had so much love in him that he was able to love everyone that he saw. And he had such eyes, such sight, such vision, that he was able to see the potential good in everyone. And it's that attitude and that approach that brought so many to serve Hashem, to recognize Him, to love Hashem, to join Avraham and this side of goodness. That's finding the good in your fellow human being. And again, love yourself as well. Don't just love others. Love yourself and find the good in you. We need to be empowered. We need to be inspired. We're not here to kill ourselves or others with the evil look of negativity. It's not enough negativity. And I'll quote some type of other rabbi. With all that we've been through all of the years, right now we need to lift up the Jewish people, not put them further down. We're down enough. We need to be lifted up right now.